we should be live and in full effect. So this is our informal chance to do a little bit of mentorship. Let me turn that on mutage. Pull us over here. Hey, so now I get to say hey to everybody. I want to see images. So I'm going to turn my gallery to where I can see who is visible here. Yep, I see y'all's pictures. Yes. Okay, so let's go through. Keisha. Hey, Keisha. Christelle. Jacinta, I see you. Shanta Hughes. John. Isabel.
Hi.
Hi, Isabel. Is it Guyan? Can you say that for me, Guyan? Okay, awesome. Eleanor, how you doing? Cora. Let's see, Brandy. Hey, Brandy. Hey, Sharon. Sharon Wright. Yes. Nakia, how you doing, baby? Hey, hey. Donette. Coach Chrissy, what's up, babe? Sandy, how you doing? Yelaine, don't let me murder your name. If I'm getting it wrong, y'all let me know. Is it good, Yelaine? Okay. Paula, how you doing, love? Good, good. I love to see when y'all like smile back at me. I love it. Davina, hey, love. Hey, hey. Pam, how's it going? I see you, Pam. Louise, how you doing, love? Hey, hey. Justin, what's good? Okay, let's see, Letronette, am I saying that correct? Did I get it right? We good?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good, good. Cassandra, is it Cassandra or Cassandra? Oh, you gotta unmute for a second, babe. I think you said Cassandra, but it didn't unmute. Oh, we got some more people sitting in the waiting room. Let me let them in.
It's Cassandra.
Cassandra. Okay, perfect. Because my middle name is Cassandra. So we 20 right there.
Okay.
Good.
That's good.
Good deal. Evelyn. Hey, Christina. Hey.
Hi.
Hi. Let's see who else we got. Latrice here. Hey, Latrice Smith. It's so good to see y'all's faces because I see your work posting all the time. So for me to be able to see your faces is amazing. Foster, what's good, love? Laura, hey. And then to my ones where I don't see the video, I'm just gonna say hey anyway. Corey, Valoria, Samela, Nicole, Caribbean teacher, okay. Tim Gray, Lashana, Dana, Monique, Tamika, iPhone Darlene. Okay, iPhone Darlene. Toya, it's Coach Toya, and Love It Custom. I know Love It Custom or I Love It Custom. Is that you, Nakia?
Yes, that's me.
Okay, got you. Yolanda, hey. Ventrisa, hey, Ventrisa, I haven't seen you in a little bit. I miss you. And Naomi, I remember you from last night. I'm so glad that y'all showed up and you got in the room. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. Y'all, I am so very excited. I'm trying to do a little too much right here, more than likely, knowing me. That's my MO, is do a little too much. But I have to do the most because from what I have been learning, high energy produces high income. Have y'all ever heard that? If you heard that, give me a 1 in the chat. If you've heard that before, give me a 1 in the chat. High energy produces high income. Okay, some of y'all have heard this. Okay, so since y'all know better, we're gonna do better, right? So I want to make sure that with everything that we're doing tonight, that y'all bring me high energy. I know it's late, it's Sunday. Some of us got work Monday, but what we're gonna focus on is the positive of everything. Okay, I had to work on this today because I was complaining today, y'all. I was complaining about a couple of things, and one expression that I want to retire is I'm tired. I said it a few times a day, and I said I wasn't going to say it. And I caught myself saying it a few times, and I didn't realize how often I say that in a day. Just saying I'm tired. And sometimes it's just like a lazy expression. It's just something that you say, you know how when you say I'm hungry and you're not really hungry, but you just say it because you're bored, or you just say it out of habit. So we're gonna realize that words have power, and our energy is contagious, and that energy and our words affect what we actually create in this life. So we're going to design our life just like we design everything else. We're going to design our lives. And I want to make sure that we first go over some of the things that you all gave me some real good insight yesterday. I love that y'all came on live with me yesterday and gave me some good information, but I want to give a little bit of game first, and then I'm going to reserve the next half of the session for you all to just ask me anything, absolutely anything, okay? And you're going to see what being in the room does for you, all right? Because I have something special for you, and you're going to also see what speaking up does for you, all right? So just giving y'all those hints out there. You want to definitely make sure that you're heard, making sure that you're taking advantage of every opportunity. And this is indeed an opportunity, because y'all know how hard it is for me to get on live these days. I've been really working on a lot of education and transformation for myself. So I'm betting and I'm hoping and I am knowing that you are going to do the same for yourself. So I'm not going to be bad when I don't see you out here in these streets as much, as long as you're working on you and then you are promoting your business. That's all we need to see. Okay. So first and foremost, I want to fill the room out a little bit. I want y'all to tell me, y'all know I'm going to do a little check-in. I got to check in on y'all. I want you to tell me in one word. I want you to finish the sentence in one word. I feel blank. Give me that blank. Y'all know that's how we're gonna start. We're gonna start it rolling in. I need to know. I need to see what you feel. I need to feel what you feel. Okay, excited, overloaded, accomplished, blessed, hopeful, overwhelmed. Okay, great. Fear. Isabel, you're going to talk to me about that one, baby. Latrice. Happy. Okay. Determined. Stagnant. Keisha. Ooh, we're going to talk about that one, Keisha. All right. Shanon, excited. Yes. All right. Goofy. All right, E. So y'all give me some. I have 51 people in the room right now. We need to see 51 responses. I need y'all to communicate with me. That's really what marketing is. Communication. Okay. Highly favored. Yes, Coach Chrissy. Determined. Yes. Excited. Yes. Frustrated. See, frustrated. Okay. I can take that. We can work with that. Blessed. Unsure. Okay. We can work with that too. Still. Okay. Excited and motivated. Scared. Okay. So for ready to advance, I'm feeling unsure, overwhelmed, determined. Okay. Let's do an exercise together. Okay. I want to do an exercise together, and I'm going to come back to these feelings. And at the end of this session, I want to know how we're feeling again. Okay. I'm not just dropping you off. I want to make sure that we're actually resolving some things. We're solving some problems. And I'm hoping that by the end of this session, no, we're not going to solve all the world's problems, but we can at least start on the solution. Okay. That is my goal. That's what I want to see. Now, speaking of which, how do I want to change this to where how do I change this? I want to see all of my images. Y'all give me just a second. I'm on gallery. And I want to make sure that we have our videos on screen. Okay, there we go. I was on the wrong page. Cool. And one more thing. How do I show? All right, so I'm just going to deal with it as it is. I thought I could do something different with the display, but I'm going to leave it alone because more than likely, my silly self will end up hitting the end button or something, trying to mess with something else. Okay, so I see my chat. I can see what y'all are saying. Then I am good. Good. Because what's important is what you all are going to say and how we are going to work through things today. So my main thing that I want to get to, because I know we like to get to the nitty gritty. We like to get to the exact thing that we think is the solution. But a lot of times we are not good at identifying the problem. So I want to do an exercise with you today where we are going to identify the problem. Okay. So I need y'all to tell me that you're ready. If you're ready, say I'm ready. Even if you're not ready, say I'm ready. Convince yourself that you're ready. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's see it. Come on. Come on. Yes. Good deal. Awesome. I want to see all of the I'm readies. I want to see them all. Perfect. Perfect. All right. They're rolling in. That's it. We're ready. All right. And I want y'all to understand some power of some words too. When y'all say I am, the next words that come after I am have to be powerful, have to be positive, because I am is the most important and most powerful statement that you can ever make. Okay. So we're going to make sure. That's why I say, when I say the I am tired, and I said I was going to stop saying that, I was like, wow, every time I say that expression, I get a little more sleepy. I want to take a nap. Like every time, even if I just say like, I'm just tired of this BS or something. If I say that and I am putting that out there in the universe, in this world, it tends to really materialize, right? I really start feeling like, oh, I need to lay down, take a nap. Like that's why I said today, I didn't realize how much I use that statement until I said I was going to stop using that statement. So I want to make sure that we are really intentful about the words that we use. So when we say I'm ready, anything that we say I am today, that's what when I ask you in one word, I feel, because I'd rather you say I feel something negative than say I am something negative. Okay. Because I can feel something negative and it's a temporary thing. When you are something, you're saying that is who you represent. That is what you are in that, not just in that moment, but what you are in your existence. Okay. So I want us to be very clear that there's some language that we're not going to use. We're not going to say I can't, and we're not going to say I try. Okay. And then we're not going to say anything negative after I am. All right. And then if we see that happen, we're not going to beat ourselves up. We're going to give ourselves some grace and we're going to just fix it. Okay. All right. So we're ready to go. We're ready to go. Y'all told me you're ready. We're ready. So I want to first start off with a statement of what does winning look like to you? What does winning look like in life? What does winning look like for your business? And I want to see some statements here and I'm going to give you a little bit of mine right now. So mine is an example of financial freedom, right? Bills being on auto pay. Like if I could tell you that is the most freeing experience in this world where I'm not worried about something being on auto pay. Even when I had it, I would not allow for bills to be on auto pay because I was just like, well, just in case something happened this month, I don't want them just automatically taking that $9.99 out of my account. Like literally, that is a version of financial freedom to me. It sounds very, very minuscule. It sounds very minor, but listen, for me, that is a major win. That's what winning looks like to me. Time freedom, it would be basically just having time with family, not having to ask for time off. That's what winning looks like to me. Taking the kids and family on vacation, or even taking them, because I don't really believe in vacation. I believe in like basically business trips that happen to have a location that would be somewhere where we may want to see some water or experience some things. Like everything I do is all business oriented, and then it has family time, or it has freedom built into it, right? Legacy building is important for me. That's what winning looks like. My niece and nephew, I don't have biological kids, but I will tell you that all kids are my kids. Just homeschooling the kids and the kids working within the business and learning skill sets that that's vital to the legacy of not just the business, but the legacy of our generational wealth, right? So that's some of the things what winning looks like to me. It's not necessarily a financial figure. Like, it's great to say 6 figures, 7 figures, but I want to know, what does your life actually look like when you're winning? Okay. All right. So I'm going through, I'm reading some of what you got here. Yep. Somebody else said financial freedom, being my own boss. Yep. Jacinta, I hear you on that. Generational wealth, being debt-free and my own boss, financially independent. Amen on that. Being able to do without thinking about if you have enough. That's exactly what I was saying. Oh, and did you say 5 heartbeats? I see your name has 5 heartbeats. That's my favorite movie. Yes. Being able to do it without thinking about if you have enough, like really just, knowing that you have it and going and doing the thing. I understand. That's why I was telling you, them bills on auto pay was, that was an accomplishment for me. Business, better organized, and financial freedom. Yep, Cora, I feel you on that completely. Is this Pam? I just see a PA. Let me pull it out. Winning is my family being financially set, having them work with me, taking vacations without limits, a business that we can barely keep up with demand. Oh, I hear you. I hear you calling on that abundance and going to church together. I love it. I love it. And your winning had several things that really are centered about what your life would be designed to look like. Yep. Davina says, taking my time back and having financial freedom. Amen. Financial freedom and continuous flow of orders. I hear you on that. Being able to do the mentorship with young ladies classes without worrying about financing them. Oh, I love that. So that would be you wanting to provide service to others. I love that. That's my language right there. Absolutely. Financial freedom. Yes, financial freedom again. So financial freedom is this whole theme that I'm seeing here. And also having time freedom and really just freedom in general to spend time with your families. I'm seeing that too. Having my business in order, financial freedom, being my own boss. Yes, yes, yes. More time. Like literally, these are themes, y'all, and that's why I want y'all to be able to speak up, because then we get to see that people have the same, like really, we all have the same needs and wants, especially as creators, right? Being able to make the needed decisions and get what I need without stress. Ooh, yes, without stress. Yes, I hear that. Managing my own time, generational wealth, financial freedom. Yes. Freedom to do what I want when I want. Now that is time freedom. I hear you on that one. And that's the other thing. You know what I want to put on my list? Because I try to put things on my list when I put what does winning look like to me? Like winning to me is wearing t-shirts and bikie shorts all day, every day, no matter what day it is and where I'm going. Like literally, that is freedom to me. I remember a point in time where I felt so stretched just because I had to figure out what I wanted to wear today, and it was against what I wanted to wear. Like I had to wear heels and blazers and, dress pants and things that was digging all into my stomach when I sat down. Like that is not what I wanted to do all day. Freedom is being able to go to the bathroom when I want and do what I want in the bathroom when I want and not feeling embarrassed. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Like I used to hate going to these people's jobs, and mind you, I've never had a full-time job, but I was an intern once at Lockheed Martin. And as soon as I would get to them folks' job, kid you not, by 10 a.m., I had to go to the bathroom. And when I tell you it was the most stressful experience in the world, because I didn't want nobody to see my shoes under the stall. Like I know I had to use the bathroom, it's a natural thing, but listen, that was stress to me. And I hate that, like we feel those type of things on a regular basis, even about something that like is a natural function, but it wasn't a natural function for me. It did not make me feel like I wanted to be there, that I was comfortable to be there. Now I can get up and I can go to the bathroom whenever I want. And I actually have employees too. They understand the situations. They're in the same situations. So I want us to be able to be honest about what does winning look like? What does our freedom look like, right? And we all know that freedom's not free. If you know that freedom's not free, if freedom is not free, give me a 2 in the chat. If you know that freedom is not free, give me a 2 in the chat. It's not free. It is ours. It is ours innately, but it is not free. Just because it is something that we already have, because this is something that we're born with. Abundance is something that we're born with the rights to. We're born with the rights to freedom. However, it is not freely given. And the reason why is because we don't just have to work to get it. We have to work to maintain these things. So now that we realized what winning looks like, that's what we want to have, right? I want us to go to the next phase of that. What do we have to do to have those things? And I want y'all to be real honest and specific. What are some of the things that you have to do in order to get those things that you want to have? What do you need to do that you're currently not doing? And y'all go ahead and call it out for me because I want to see it. All right, so I'm seeing some stuff roll in. Work hard and be consistent. Promote. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is stuff that I have on my list. So y'all already know. Listen, y'all already know. Make more sales. Yes. Dedicate the time. Yes, absolutely. Consistency. Yes. Surround myself around like-minded people. Ooh, Christina, you said it right there. You said it right there. My dad used to have something that he would tell us as kids and even as adults. You become who you're around, right? You're going to be equated to who you're around. So a lot of times he would say like, hey, if you got 9 broke friends, you'll definitely be the 10th. And I'll be like, well, you know, everybody got to start from somewhere. But what he was saying was that surround yourself with people who are going to challenge you. Surround yourself with people who are elevating. Surround yourself with people who are doing better than you, because a lot of times we like to be the smartest in the room. We like to be the best at whatever it is that we're doing. That's not where growth occurs, right? In those situations, we become in a scenario where we're more in a cage than we are of anything else. So you don't want to be the smartest in the room. You don't want to be the best in your circle. You want to be in an environment where you're constantly growing and thriving. And hopefully the people that are around you want to be growing and thriving too. So then that becomes a continuous improvement within the people around you. But if the people around you are not continually improving, then we have to change our circles. We have to audit our circle. Donette says, quit my job. That's that may be one of the things you have to do in order to really fulfill your purpose. I'm not telling everybody to quit their job, but you know when it's time to quit your job. Christina says, be consistent. Yes. Work harder at marketing my business. Oh, yes. Marketing is one of the most underrated and the number one thing that we have to do in order to grow our businesses. But we're going to talk a little bit about that too. Saving, staying focused. Yes. Focus. I see that focus word back to back. Yes. And I'm talking about laser focus, y'all. The things that we want to have, let me ask y'all this. The things that y'all asked, that you said that you want to have, what winning looks like, these are things you want to have. If they are common things, then I want you to think about, like, are they common things or are they uncommon things? If they're uncommon things, then you're going to have to do some unconventional things in order to get and to have what it is that you want to have. Okay, so those unconventional things are going to be things like laser focus. That means cutting off all distraction. that you can. You know, you got little ones in the background doing VR. Man, you might be able to cut those distractions out or not. But but sometimes those are your whys. So let's not confuse the necessary with the unnecessary distractions, okay? But yes, laser focus. I love it. Speak it like it's already done. Christina, you're speaking on my level tonight. Christina, you're talking about mindset. And mindset is really the first and foremost. We talk about marketing being one of those things we have to sell. Mindset is that thing that we have to do to become what it is that we need to become, to do the thing and to have the thing that it is that we want. So yes, speak it like it's already done. Your words are extremely powerful because your words are that first birth of your idea to communicating it to others, right? And to yourself. You say your words out loud. Sometimes you're just talking to yourself. And that is your first way of communicating with yourself out loud what your true intent is. Stop being afraid. Consistent marketing, branch out. Yes. And Teresa, are you not afraid tonight, are you? We're good. We on camera? Are we on camera? Because I want to address that too. Like so many rooms, I'm going to tell y'all, I've been in so many rooms recently that are 7, 8, 9-figure earners. And when I tell you, I probably have been one of the smallest earners in that room, I still turn my camera on. I still speak up. As a matter of fact, by me turning my camera on and speaking up, I've had people like, oh, wait a minute, where's that shirt that you have on? Where'd you get that? Oh, you made it? Oh, great. I have business for you. I'm telling you, this is so important and it's vital. It is absolutely vital. And when you start having people reach out to you, you don't feel like you're soliciting, right? You don't feel icky and like a salesperson. You feel like somebody recognized my talent. Somebody recognized that I'm the ish, right? And then they want to be a part of that. So you're not selling at that point in time. They're really soliciting you. So you have to be in the room. You have to be present. You have to be advertising. You have to be marketing. You have to be the brand that you want to see in the world, right? We have to be that thing. So we talked about what we want to have. We talked about what we need to do in order to have those things, but we haven't yet talked about what we need to be or become, okay? So that next thing is, what do we need to do? What do we need to be? What do we need to become in this process? Well, I'll tell you some of the things that are on my list. We have to be or become confident. We have to be or become masters of our craft, masters of our thoughts, masters of our actions, right? That's what focus is, mastering the lack of distraction, like getting really laser focused on what it is that you need to be in order to do the thing, in order to have the thing, right? You need to be or become an innovator. An innovator is just a problem solver. An innovator is what we do on the daily basis, right? So tell me who it is that you need to become, or what you have to be in order to really make this transformation. Because that's the thing. That's what all of this is. All of this is essentially transformation. From A to B, it's just transformation. You say you want to go from working a 9-to-5 to exiting that 9-to-5 and being your own boss. That the thing that's in the middle there, that's your transformation. How do we get to that transformation? Who do you need to become? So I want us to really think about this, because this is the harder question, because I haven't seen any answers pop up yet. That is a little bit of a harder question to ask, because the thing that you need to do is become focused, and yes, focused and consistent. Absolutely. So I need to be those things, and being is in becoming that's a constant thing. So when we want to be something, when we want to be a master at something, we want to be confident in something. When we want to be an innovator, we really have to check and make sure that we're in alignment. The things that I'm thinking are in alignment with the things that I'm saying, the things that I am doing, right? And then the things that I am believing. Oh, Pam says, I got the confidence from listening to Shanon. She's always telling us to be confident in what we're doing. And listen, that's what when I sought out to even do this academy or anything, every time I'm mentoring kids, because I've been doing this since I was a little kid. Anytime I'm helping others, my first thing is to help someone with the confidence in one thing, because I really do feel like if you're confident in one thing, it transfers, it leaks into other places of life. It is contagious. It's like a wildfire. And when you're confident in one thing, you can truly conquer anything, right? So if y'all tell me that my fear is Photoshop, or my fear is starting this business, or my fear is that I won't make it or I can't make it, then my goal is to dispel that fear and replace it with confidence. Because that fear is really not true fear. That success is not going to bite you or put a bullet through you and have you bleed to death, right? So what are we afraid of? We're going to get past that. So confidence is going to replace the fear. Confidence is going to replace that feeling that we may have of inadequacy, right? That's exactly what we're going to do. And the confidence is only there because you are doing the work. You're doing the work. And when you know that you're doing the work, you're going to have the confidence. So you're already on your own boss with a rental property and you want to make your crafting business be more successful. I completely understand you for that one. How many of us here right now have some type of burning passion, some type of, like, you just knew this was the thing that you always wanted to do, but you're not quite doing that thing 100% yet? If that's you, I need you to give me a 100. Give me a 100. Let's be honest. If you're not doing it 100%, but you know you have a burning passion that you want to do 100%, give me a 100. I'm seeing a lot of 100s, a lot of 100s, a lot of 100s. Y'all listen, that's your innate gift. That is your gift. And what we have to do in this space is we have to figure out a way to monetize our gifts. We have to figure out a way to maximize and monetize our gifts. And the way that we're going to do that is really identifying what your passion and your purpose is, right? So a lot of you have already identified that passion. We need to hone in on the purpose. And then what you have to add to that, because I tell you, where passion and purpose goes, the profit will follow, right? So passion, purpose, and persistence. We got to add that persistence in there, because you're going to have to trust yourself and keep doing the thing. And even when the thing feels like it's not working. I'm going to give you an example here, because here's game. And I want y'all to write this down. Whatever it is that you say that you want to do, because y'all gave me a lot of 100s. That means y'all have the passion. You have the purpose already identified. That's actually hard for most people. You have it identified. You know what will make you happy if you were to do it every single day. This is what I need you to do. I need you to find a way to do it weekly. Find a way to do it once per week in front of other people. You talk about building confidence. You could talk about helping people. You're talking about creating an audience, creating your own tribe. So y'all know the academy is, I was doing this, didn't even know what I was doing. When I tell you I've been led this whole process, and I wish I had the blueprint. I wish I had the mentorship earlier, because there were things that I was just doing trial and error. And the things that work are the very things that people are telling me to do right now. And that was do something weekly, the same thing weekly for a whole year. Okay, so if it's that you're going to teach a class, if it's that you're going to launch a design or a product, if it's that you're going to actually do a demonstration or an event, whatever it is, I'm telling you to start very small with just presenting whatever it is that you want to do to people once per week. Okay, so I want you to tell me what it is in the chat. What is the, and let me before you tell me in the chat, I want to make sure that what it is that you're doing, the offer that you have for people is a solution to a problem. Okay, because that's the first thing you have to identify. Your passion, you might be passionate in, your passion might be butterfly collecting. Okay, the passion has to solve a problem. So identify how that passion solves a real world problem. I want you to tell me the problem that you're solving with your passion. So tell me the problem that you're solving with your passion. Are you providing inspirational apparel? Are you providing your community with designs and products where they need it for schools or athletics or whatever the case is? Tell me the specific problem that you're solving in your business. I just need one. I'm sure you can do many, but tell me one specific problem that you're solving. And I'm going to give you, I'm literally giving you my blueprint right now. The thing that I saw a problem was when I would go into these sublimation groups, I just noticed that the designs were extremely, let's just say, subpar, right? And I saw a lot of people asking questions about, well, how do I put wings on a photo? Or, how does this look? And I didn't answer the how does this look kind of questions. But what I would do is I would take some of the concepts that people had and say, hey, well, did you know it could look like this? Like Christina says, designing, right? That was a problem that needed to be solved. So what I did was every single week, I started up and I showed up on YouTube and I provided an example of how people could design, right? I thought I was solving the problem. I thought people just needed to know how to design, and I would create these elaborate 3 to 4 hour videos about how to design, right? But I showed up and I showed that for some people that was solving their problems because I was designing their stuff from scratch on demand and pretty much using that as an example to demonstrate to people for free. I help people for free at first. So free got me to where we're at 7 figures now, free to 7 figures. So I'm telling you the blueprint. I'm giving you gems right now. And I really hope that y'all are writing down this process. Whatever you do, make sure that it's free, something that you're doing once a week. That is your passion, your purpose, but you're serving. You got to start with service. You start with service because you want to build trust. Okay. So I'm going through now. I'm going to see what y'all say. Yes, you create self-esteem boosting designs. Love it. Create designs. Yes. Showing your final product instead of just a mock-up. Absolutely. Coach Chrissy says, providing my community with a way to make extra income during a recession. Amen to that. The solution is I'm starting my classes at a community center and library. Look, that's a way that you are physically entering a realm where people need this service. Recognize that there is a gap. Recognize there's a problem. I love problems. I don't love, but no, even the problems that really pain me. I love them because it is the challenge. The challenge is not defeating in and of itself. It's only defeating if you accept it as that, right? The challenge is an opportunity. That opportunity yields you to be able to stretch, to make a solution. Once you design that solution, you can package and sell that solution. Did you know that? That's what you're really selling. You're not selling just a willy-nilly product that just came out of nowhere. You're selling a solution to somebody. High quality custom products in an area to a cookie cutter single color designs. Teresa, amen. When I first started doing brick and mortar, that was my claim to fame. Literally, I was creating designs that people had never seen before. They never heard of sublimation. They didn't know anything about Photoshop for the most part, but I was really creating these great innovative designs that I think I would like to say nobody else was doing or could do at that time, right? So the innovation was it for me. Solving the problems in an innovative way was my way in. And that's still my way to this day. So once you're able to open that up and show that to your community, how are you going to show them though? What are you going to do weekly to show that to them? So y'all told me the problems. Now I need to see the solutions. What are your solutions? Justin says, work and teach fellow veterans. I love that. It's a purpose. There's a purpose and there's service involved in that. I need you all to get out there and provide to serve first. Okay, that's the first step. And I need you to do it on a weekly basis. If it was, I'm going to go to the community center and every Thursday evening, I'm going to teach these kids how to make their own brand, how to make their own shirts. And they're going to take that energy and they're going to build something from that. They may even use me when they need a printer and a heat press, right? Because if they don't have the materials, then you start to be that plug. And then guess what? When those kids brag about how much you're helping them, they start to tell their parents, they start to tell their teachers, they start to tell their sports leaders, right? They tell the coaches. Coaches reach out to you, hey, can you do our uniforms? Can you do our team shirts? Those are ways that your service is going to pour into the community and overflow right back into what needs to grow your business. Some of you have interest in being a coach, like actually teaching people stuff, right? So one thing that I'm telling you right now, get into the habit of once a week, maybe doing a YouTube video or a live Facebook video, developing your own Facebook community, right? I want you to think about that. And I want you to also think about with this creative solution is that every time you create a solution, there's also a new problem to be solved. Right. So let me give you a little rundown of what that example looks like. So I told you I was initially just helping people design on Photoshop, creating these 3 to 4 hour long videos of how you can design from Photoshop from scratch like me. Right. Then I got into developing templates because I realized that y'all weren't designing from scratch like me. Y'all were just watching me eat popcorn. Well, some people did, but very few people did. But y'all were still saying it was too hard, that you weren't ready to tackle it. So it had me create templates. And I do believe in this space, as far as t-shirt templates go, that I was the first, or at least the most significant in putting that out there. And it's only because we provided a solution to what it was that people were saying they needed. So I got the information of what the market needed strictly from being present and providing a service, right? And doing it regularly, consistently, at least on a weekly basis. So I want y'all to do that. Now, the next step, well, let me see what some of y'all solutions are, because I'm curious to see, do you have some ideas for your solution? What are you going to do weekly? Helping people with Cricut and Silhouette? Yep. Start doing it on Zoom. Start doing it on Zoom. Invite people to the Zoom room. Or host it on YouTube. Some of us are afraid of that. Y'all, no one is, and I'm not gonna say no one is judging you, because they probably are judging you. But let me tell you this, when they need your help, they don't care what the help looks like. When I tell you some of my most popular videos of me barefoot in the kitchen on the towel in the kitchen, literally pressing shirts and with tables stacked on, I didn't even have shelves. I had tables stacked on top of tables in order to provide shelving for my printers and stuff. Listen, it doesn't matter. Just start where you are. Start exactly where you are. Jump in both feet and make sure that you're putting high energy into what it is that you say that you want to do, because God's listening, God's watching. And really and truly what we say we want to do, if it's not aligned with what our actions are, what are we doing? We say we want to have financial freedom. We say we want to have time freedom. But then any moment that we get of free time, we're watching Netflix. That's not where it's at. If you have an opportunity to actually go invest that same time, that same energy into still watching something, but watching something of high value, developing your high value skill, developing your systems, that's where it's at. but we have to show and prove. So the next step I want to talk about. So first step, I was telling you, turn that passion and purpose into a profit, right? There's so many ways to do that. And this isn't the time for me to tell you all the different ways. That's really what the mentorship is for. I'm going to go through some things here. And then once we're finished with this, I'm going to let you all tell me what it is that after you have identified what's not clear, what you're still struggling with, what you're having a problem with. Okay. All right. So next is mastery. So you have passion, you have purpose. Right? It's going to lead to the profit, but you're going to master. And part of that mastery is, number one, getting out there and doing your service. Because when I tell you the best way to learn is to teach, because you're not going to get out there looking like a fool, right? You know this about yourself. You're not going to get in front of people and say, boy, one of these days I'm going to charge for this, or I'm charging for this right now, and look like a fool. You're going to make sure that you're prepared if you say that you're going to teach something. So the best way for me and for most of us creatives is to teach, because we're going to make sure that we learn the material in order to teach, even if it's just 2 or 3 steps ahead of the person that we're teaching. You do not have to be an expert at something to teach. And we all know that. But you do have to be at least 2 to 3 steps ahead of the community that you want to teach. And lo and behold, the more you learn, the more you become a master of your craft. And there's no sense of mastering something. Like if your intention is to master anything, there's no sense of stopping at mastery. You might as well teach after that, because teaching is where the residual money is, right? Because we can master something. We could be the best t-shirt maker in the world, but there's still a capacity at which we can create t-shirts, right? There's a cap, there's a capacity on what we can physically produce. But if I were to create a curriculum or some type of course or some type of way that I could help other people do it, not only is it an infinite way to earn passive income, but it's a way to infinitely positively affect our community, right? So now I have a bigger goal. My goal isn't just the income. My goal is the impact. And I can really, instead of me making a fire t-shirt, I am literally replicated all over the world. And I just can't say the US, all over the world, because you all have taken these templates to the Virgin Islands. Y'all taken these templates to Australia. Y'all taken these templates to Japan, to Germany, and all throughout the US, right? So now my work is really resonating to people that I would have never touched had I not taught the thing that I love to do. So I want to get y'all into that mindset. Some of y'all thinking and are not even thinking of teaching. But when I tell you that teaching the thing at least 10x my income of what I would have done making the thing. But I also had to have physical products too, right? So the physical products add to that. Don't let me misrepresent something here, because I'm really showing you how your brand is more than just you. Your brand is how it resonates to the community, how it solves a problem, right? So I ended up with you all having a physical product brand, selling inks, selling substrates, selling templates, having courses, having weekly classes. So now I went from weekly free YouTube videos to weekly classes where I provided templates. All of that was growth. All of that stemmed from the very same problem. Then from there, we went to developing products, like literally inventing products, inventing digital products like the templates, like the split template that allows you to do your all over shirts from the 13 by 19s. That was an innovation that came from a problem, right? Developing the buddy system and the jig so that we could do all over shirts with a small printer, small heat press. That was an innovation that was solving a problem. So the more that you really start to identify within your realm, within your sphere of passion, you start to identify the problems and how you can solve them. And sometimes it's as simple as the problem is mom needs a t-shirt for son's football game. That might be the immediate problem. But as you start providing solutions, you'll start to open up new problems. And then you're going to welcome problems. You're going to welcome complaints, because complaints are going to be your time to pop in like a genie from the bottom. And I want you to listen to those things and take note of those things, because you can be the solution to those problems. You hear people talking about what they can't do on the Cricut. You hear people talking about what product they need. It doesn't exist. That's your time to be innovative. That's your opportunity. That's your gift right there. A problem is really a gift. And if we structure it as that, then we start to think a little bit different about the negatives. All right. So another part of mastery, we talked about the first part, which is really honing and finding your gift, right? Now we need a blueprint. And I'm going to tell you this. I did not initially have a blueprint. I swear I thought I was making everything up, and really I wasn't making anything up. All of this stuff existed. I thought I was not a marketer. I didn't realize that me going live every week was marketing. It was organic marketing, y'all. Some of the gems that I want to give y'all for that is, on top of doing your service on a weekly basis, make sure that you're putting your work out there in front of people in a way that lets them know that you solve the problem that they have. And listen, it's not like, how do I find the people to get in front of? It's, how do I get in front of the people who already want what I have? They want what you have. You're providing the solution to them. You're not soliciting them. They are happy to see your solution. Just like that infomercial. Like, how do we feel about, like, when it's up late night and we're just, problem. And then we just happen to see this magical solution pop up as an ad seen on TV type of invention. That's literally what you're doing for your community. That's literally what you're doing for your customer. You're popping up at a time where they're stressed the most. You just need to figure out how to get in front of them so that they see that you're the solution to their problem. And that's really what the marketing is. Okay, so that marketing is that final thing, right? So we're still talking about mastery, and I want to encourage you all to get some audio books, find a mentor. And I'm not just saying that because I am a mentor. Like, literally, I didn't realize that I was mentoring other people, but I did not have a mentor. I did not have somebody to plug into. I did not have anyone to, except for my dad. My dad passed away in 2010. So imagine, speaking of which, Dad is making his presentation tonight. He's on my shirt. I talk about him all the time. I figure I'd let y'all see him. But really and truly, I did not have a mentor really since my dad. So with me not having that, I always felt like I was draining myself to help others, and there was nobody else I could plug into. There was no one else that could really give me the advice that I needed to reach the next level. So reaching the next level was not impossible, right? But it was difficult. And me, how I am now, where I am now, I'm not trying to do difficult anymore if I can avoid it. I'm trying to do what is optimal. I'm trying to do what is automatic. I am trying to do the thing that is giving me the greatest output with the least input. Right? With the least input, greatest output. So that's where your time savings comes from. That's where your energy is going to come from, right? That's where your financial freedom is going to come from. So it's about working smarter. And here's a perception that I recently got from one of my mentors. So I'll tell you, and I'll tell you my mentors too. Like, I want y'all to look them up. I want y'all to understand the type of education that I'm getting, what I'm invested in, because I want y'all to have these messages too. Myron Golden, Nehemiah Davis. So Myron Golden, find him on YouTube. You will not regret that decision. You will probably be binge watching him. This is what I replaced with Netflix, like from Netflix and watching YouTube TV or whatever on a regular basis. I literally watch this stuff like when I have a eating break, or when I just want to fill my mind with something and get me going. This is what I watch. Even when I want to take mental breaks, Like literally, instead of watching them, I almost killed myself trying to find something to watch on Netflix the other day, because I was like, oh, I'm just gonna watch a regular movie. And it took me almost 2 hours to find something to watch, because that's not my world anymore. So I watched Myron Golden, Nehemiah Davis. Let's see, another mentor. I'm trying to think of her name is Danielle Leslie. She teaches people how to create courses, right? Also in a mentorship, Apps Without Code. I am Him 500 teaches financial literacy. So his program is called RPX, or Recession Proof, right? So all of these things that I'm kind of replacing my time with, it's really with mentorship, with positive enforcement, with not just the frilly stuff, but really the things that I can execute. I need to know, what can I execute to be we can all be millionaires. Some of us are millionaires already. You could be a millionaire if you work for 30 years, right? You could have acquired $1 million for working for 30 years, right? So what constitutes a millionaire? Really the time frame in which the millionaire has created the $1 million, right? So how I feel now is I'm okay if I get rich quick, it's not a problem to me, because I darn sure don't want to get rich slow. I already tried that process and it wasn't working out for me. Okay, so my thing is, I said I wanted to hit 6 figures, and I literally did it, and I did it without the help of someone else. But I could tell you, before I had a mentor, 24K was the maximum I was able to do in a month. Okay. As soon as I got a mentor, and really I wasn't even in his mentorship yet. I was in one of his 5-day challenges. And that's why I started doing challenges, just to let y'all know where this is coming from. This is not fluff. This is all like truth. I did a $24,000 day, off of the advice of someone who's been where I am going, right? That alone, and I'm telling you, I did this in this 5-day challenge, in Neo's 5-day challenge. So I said, well, with that information, really and truly, if this was from a 5-day challenge, what could I achieve in this mentorship? What can I achieve from really being in the room for real, for real? And these doors that are opening up, these people that I am introducing you all to, the experts that I'm bringing to you all in their respective fields, they're all from meeting people in these rooms. That's why I say, turn on your camera, let people know what you do, let them see your background. You know, the reason why I got a lot of people to ask me about what it is that I did, because you might think that your craft room is junky, but I had a big old printer, that big old 44-inch printer in the background of my view whenever I was on the Zoom calls in those rooms. And they'd be like, dang, she must be doing something major. What's that, a big printer? What you do? Listen, just turn your cameras on, get in the room. It will be much more embarrassing for you to miss an opportunity than for somebody to see that you got some crafts behind you, right? They need to see on your face, on your chest. What is it that you do? It is imperative that you brand yourself. It is imperative that you show up. It is imperative that people know and can feel and sense and understand what it is that you do and what value you can impart on them. Everywhere you go, you're bringing value. You're not just there just asking people for something. Hey, can you do this for me? Or, I really need this from you. If the first thing that you do, especially for somebody that you're seeking information from, is to give them some level of value, that's where you know you're starting a relationship off right. So give value, be present, be in the room, ask the questions. And sometimes, like Him 500, that's Marcus for Recession Proof. Very, very, very successful entrepreneur that has a community who helps other people. He said he would get in front of the room and ask a question just so he could be seen. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're in the room with people who are earning higher than you. Why not be seen? That's not the time to get shy and go into the shell. That's the time to absorb the energy in the room. That's the time to really open yourself up. Okay, so I want us to get used to this, because I'm always going to push. I'm always going to stretch you, because I feel like that is how we're going to grow. That's the only way we are to grow. If I let us be uncomfortable, then most of us would have never even opened up Photoshop. I would have been like, okay, guys, let's just play in the paint program. Like, no, let's get on Photoshop. Yes, it's the hardest design program out there, but when you have confidence in Photoshop, you're going to be able to conquer anything else out there, whether it be the silhouette software, whether it be 3D design, whether it be video editing. I don't care. I'm telling you, if you do this, it's going to be a gateway to opening up the possibilities for other things. And I know this. So I'm not gonna water it down and make it easy, because it's not easy, but it is simple. It's simple because the steps are already there. So get you a mentor, even if you're doing everything that you can in the free realm. Watch the YouTube videos. Get you some ebooks. Get you some audiobooks. Get in the place where you're going to be inundated with the information. And then the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to craft your own offer. Craft an offer. What are you offering? We talked about the solution. Now let's craft that solution, right? Your offer might be a product, like a t-shirt. Your offer might be an event. Your offer might be a book or an ebook that you write. Your offer might be online courses. Now, a part of crafting that offer is also charging what you are worth. Okay, so that's that next step. You do this while you're mastering, because mastery never ends. You're always going to be learning, right? One of my mottos is always innovating, always innovating. So in order to innovate, I have to consistently be learning, right? So that mastery part is never going to end, but it needs to be consistent. And you crafting your offer, that needs to happen now. You need to find what it is about your passion and purpose that you could package into a solution and charge what you're worth. Stop doing $15, $20 t-shirts that it took you at least design time. You're not even charging for design. Stop teaching a class for $10, $20. What I want you to do is focus on the transformation. If that parent is going to have the most fire design out of anybody else in that gym, don't feel bad charging $40 for a regular 13 by 19 t-shirt. Don't feel bad about it, because what's going to happen is they're going to try to go to somebody else and they will not be able to get that level of quality. They will not be able to get that wow factor. That's their transformation, right? Their transformation is they want to be the baddest, most unique. They want to be the standout person, but they don't want to pay the standout price. And I'm telling you this because this was me. Hello. I thought I had to do what it takes to just keep the orders rolling in. I wanted to have more orders than I could handle. And I did. And I was up to 2 o'clock in the morning every morning. And it was not working out for me because I was putting in way more time and not getting that financial freedom, not having that time freedom, right? I was actually stressing myself out, not taking care of myself, right? To make sure that I was pushing at the last minute for somebody for a $20 shirt. Make sure that you're charging your worth. Look at what's around you. Look at the transformation that you're providing. If you're teaching a class, right? I started teaching classes. My first class was $20. I had a $20 holler class. Y'all listen, don't do that. Don't do that. Some of y'all were in my first $20 class. If y'all remember, first one-on-one class. One-on-one class I did for $20. We had 60 people on that Zoom session. It took us 12 hours. We had to break it up into 3 days. It took us 12 hours to finish one design. By the time I really figured out my worth, and this wasn't even me figuring out my worth then, y'all. I think the next time I charged $60 for the class. I did charge $60 for the class. We had 20 people there, but let's do the math. You know what? I've never done the math on this. Let's do the math on this real quick. And I got my calculator out on my screen and everything. So I charged $20 and got 60 people in the class. That's $1,200. I charged $60 and I got 20 people in the class. Isn't that the same math? Isn't that the same $1,200? So when I tell you, I know, but I had to learn this the hard way. I had to learn this the absolute hard way. And it still didn't register to me until almost a year later, where I realized that I gave a whole membership. I was like, okay, well, I just want people to just really do Photoshop, $30 a month. They'll get 4 templates and, that's 4 classes. They could come to the live classes. So I was charging $30 for the templates that were normally $30 by themselves, right? And it was just because I wanted a deal, an offer that nobody could refuse, because then they couldn't have an excuse not to learn Photoshop, right? Because they had it right at their fingertips. They had 5 designs right at their fingertips for $30 a month. And speaking of which, y'all don't let me forget to give y'all the $30 a month option. I'm going to send it in an email to everyone that signed up. So you'll have until tomorrow to take advantage of it. If you want to take advantage of it, you have to reply to the email, because we have to manually do it for you. It's a lot of work, but I'm willing to do that for the people that are in the room tonight. Okay, so I'm talking a little longer than I thought I would. I wanted to open this up for you all. But yeah, so I want to tell you about crafting your offer, getting paid with what you're worth. And for 2 people tonight, we're going to go through these steps, and we're going to actually talk about your passion. We're going to talk about mastery, what I believe could or should be your next steps. I'm going to actually mentor you tonight. Crafting your offer. We're going to talk about one particular offer that you can do to go ahead and get going, and then marketing that. So that's your 4th step, is marketing. Okay. And I'm going to tell you, my way of marketing to get to where I am now required absolutely no money. So no or low cost marketing is a way that you can really grow your business and not just put money out there on advertisements and things that you don't know if it's actually going to help to build you wealth right now, because you may not have the wealth right now, right? So those are things that we're going to talk about. All right, so I'm going to choose 2 people tonight that we're going to run through this process with. So you're going to get like what do they call it? Like a fire kind of session. So fire session, I'm going to walk you through these 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. And I'm going to show you what it's like to have a mentor. Is that cool? Can I do that? Can I coach y'all tonight? Quick fire. Yes, we're going to do a quick fire. So can I do that tonight? I need your permission to coach. Can I coach y'all tonight? Okay, I'm seeing some yeses. Yeses. All right, listen. So number 1 rule is you have to have your camera on. So if you don't have your camera on, you're already out. You're already out. Even if your camera didn't work tonight, I'm sorry, because the requirement is you got to have your camera on. Okay. So if you have your camera on right now and you want to be one of the 2, I want you to put in the chat, I am winning. Look, y'all trying to unmute now, y'all. I love it. I am winning. Okay. Yep. I'm winning. I want to see I'm winning. Yes, I am winning. Yes, I am winning. I told you those I ams are powerful. Let's get it. Yes. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to scroll up and down. I'm going to randomly stop on a name, and your camera must be on. Don't be talking about I'm winning if your camera ain't on, okay? Because it's just going to be, okay, all right, I see y'all. Okay, so now we're going to stop. If you got your I am winners in, we're good, because I'm scrolling and I am randomly selecting. Boom, I don't know why I'm adding the soundtrack, but yeah, it makes me feel like I'm doing something. So Eleanor, dear Eleanor, go ahead and unmute your mic for me, love. Everybody clap it up for Eleanor, because she's winning. We got to clap it up. We got to act like.
Hello. Yes.
Yes, Eleanor, I'm going to go ahead and put you on speaker view, babe. Look at you. You still getting it. You getting it, Eleanor. You are winning. Congratulations, and congratulations to you for getting in the room, being on camera, not being shy, because this is your opportunity. Yes. This camera just zoomed all into my face like this. Back up, sir. Hold on. Do y'all see my face like that? Okay. So Eleanor, we're going to go through. This is going to be your quick fire mentorship right now. So tell me, what's your purpose? What's your passion?
Just having to stop robbing Peter to pay Paul every paycheck.
So
financial freedom.
Okay, so that's your goal. That's what we want to have, right?
Okay.
So I got you on that. That's what we want to have. What is it that you know that is your innate gift? Something that you just have in like automatically, organically inside of you that you just love to do, and this is how you want to be able to provide for your family and make your money.
Like I say, I do like different crafting.
Mm-hmm.
And if it comes down to the school, teachers appreciation, I'm their parent.
Okay, so you are like, what type of crafting do you do right now? Are you doing apparel? Are you doing like paper crafting? What's your like what's the thing that you bring that everybody's wowed by? It's not even what you think is simple or not, but what do you get a transformation from people from?
Seeing other people smile at my work, amen in my work.
Okay, and what's the work that you have put out more recently that you've seen people smile about? What's that thing?
My sublimation shirts.
Okay, so sublimation shirts. So we narrowed down some of your passion and your purpose, and let's figure out what does that look like for profit right now? Are you actually selling those shirts?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you're selling the shirts. And what's like right now, what is your level of involvement? Is it something that you do for a couple of hours a week? Is it something that you're doing full time? Like, give me an idea of how much time you're spending a week doing what it is that you love to do.
Oh, I'll say 2 days a week on my off days.
Okay.
Like I design, like when I get off work, I come home and jump on the computer.
Okay,
so
good.
Pressing is 2 days a week.
Okay, so if you spend right now, give me an idea of about how many hours you're spending.
The last order, I started pressing at 4 in the evening. I didn't get finished till 3 in the morning.
All right, so 4 in the evening to 3 in the morning. What kind of order was that?
Memorial shirts.
Okay, and how many shirts did you do?
It calculated up to be like 92.
Very good, 92 shirts. How much did you charge per shirt?
25 and 15 for the 3 kid shirts.
Okay, so 25, and were they 13 by 19 print shirts?
The 13 by 19.
Good job. So if we just rounded that up, did some rounded figures, about 100 shirts, that should be around about $2,500, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. Now you said you spent from what you said 4 in the afternoon to 2 in the morning?
Yes, ma'am. 3 in the morning.
Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, about 11 hours.
Yes.
Okay, let's do a little math here. And let's say shirts wise, did you spend more than $5 per shirt on your blanks?
The blanks, I know I had to outsource the blanks because I'm working with a 7820. So I had to keep buying the cartridges just for the chip.
Ah, okay, got you. Oop, I almost drank my water with the cap on.
Please don't do that.
I know, right? So we had to outsource those. What did that look like? What was that expense for you?
I want to say it's $200 a plus.
You said it was.
Because I had to outsource like 60 shirts.
Gotcha. So you did some of them in house, and then you had to do others. Yeah,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think that would take a long time with that printer. So let's just let me get into how I would probably have done this. If you had that money up front to do, you got to pretty much $25 is not a bad price. Actually, I'm very proud that you stuck to that price at that level of number of shirts, right? So you did well there. I would say you should look into getting something like a $16,650 Okay, that 16,650 will probably run you somewhere about, I think it was $1,200. 16,650 will print a 13 by 19 in less than 30 seconds. And it's an eco tank, okay? And I'm glad you pulled over too. I'm proud of you. Okay, so
I made it home.
okay, good. Oh, and you still in the driveway? Like, look, I need my piece before I enter the house. I feel you. I used to watch my daddy sitting in the driveway. That's when we used to act like we was cleaning up and stuff. All right, so 16,650. Go ahead and get your True Colors ink. A set of True Colors ink probably be what, about $40 for 4 127 milliliter bottles. So that's pretty much going to fill up your colors twice and your black once, right?
Okay.
So that's pretty much $1,250. Pack of paper, you would have needed maybe 2 packs. You only need 1 pack for 92 shirts to do 100. So were they front and back or front only?
Just the front, just
Okay.
the 13 by 19.
I'm so proud that you did that for your pricing. So many times on sublimation, we try to go down in pricing just to like get the customer. So you did your thing there.
I
All
kind
right.
of gave him a little $100 discount since it was so many.
So at the end, and that's not bad too, to make it. And another thing you could do is just say that, hey, you know, I'll do your shirt for free, or you know, something like that, because it seems significant, but it's really only one shirt, really only one $25 deal.
Yeah, that's what it kind of was.
Good deal. So for $1,250, what I would have done was I would have invested in that equipment so that I could hurry up and get those prints done 30 seconds or less. You could have had all of that money to yourself and not outsourced any of that, right? And
Yes.
that investment would have been the printer that you needed to make sure that you can get through the next job and the next job and the next job. So when these 100 shirt people go brag about you and you get your next 100 shirt order, that printer is already paid for.
Yes,
Right?
ma'am.
So I would say that would be a good investment. And even with, if you have the money from that particular job, that might be your next goal of investment. Don't just go out and go buy the printer now. Your goal is to go out and get another $2,500 order so that you can use that to buy the printer. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
So now let's get on our hustle. Let's say, hey, I did this 100 shirt order. Let's get that printer and let's have it on like buy now, because as soon as that money hits your account, when that 2,500 hits your account again, boom, you're going to get that printer. You're going to get that efficiency, because what you're doing is you're buying your time back and you're buying your resources, because now you don't have to go outsource someone else to print those shirts. You can get a $4 shirt or under $4 for a 21M, right? And
I got the shirts from Jiffy.
Yep, for if you do Jiffy, and here's another thing, if you do enough volume with Jiffy, the price goes down to almost what it is if you're doing, if you're buying from Alpha Broder or from Alpha Broder, Samar, SNS Activewear. People, y'all ask me all the time about, you know, where to get shirts from. Those are some of the shirt suppliers. So just letting y'all know. So you could have got those for less than $4 a piece. You could get you a pack of paper for about 40, let's just say now that things are going up, for almost, you know, less than $50, right? So you have your printer, you got your ink, you got your paper and your shirts. And the very next time you do this type of order, you should be able to clear a whole $1,000 and then have equipment that sets you up for the next order.
Okay.
Okay? That would be.
I was telling Miss Erica, I was like, oh, I can't wait, because
But that's good. That means, you know what, this is what I want us to all do. If we could replace anxiety with anticipation, like you can't wait to, I can't wait to do this again. And it's not like, oh my God, what do? I got the, you know, I have this problem. Like if you have anticipation rather than anxiety, you're in the right place and you're doing the right thing. So now it's just like, I just need that little bit of guidance, that little bit of information that's going to push me up to the next level. Right. And then what I want you to do with that is I want you to get them to give you a testimonial. Okay. So what I would love for you to do is have something to present to say, just to say thank you. Right. Maybe it's a different product. Go get you a $10 slate, a sublimation slate. Right. When it's a memorial item, the best thing that you can do, everybody has the t-shirts already, right? They already ordered a t-shirt. Go make you a slate and that just say, hey, I appreciate your business. I thank you for choosing me at this, you know, really vulnerable time where you just needed to make sure that something's going to come through. I'm glad you trusted me with this. I want to show you my appreciation. And here is this the slate. That slate means the world to them because that slate is going to be only one of one, right? Who's going to get that one? Is it going to be mom? Is it going to be brother? Is it going to be sister? Is it going to be uncle? Is it going to be aunt? What happens is once one of them gets it,
somebody else gonna want it.
they want
So I
it.
did that. I did that with I did the shirts and the ribbons because I did the ribbons on my 2720.
There you go.
Because it's an eco tank. So I was like, okay, I just go on it while those printing.
Yep.
I got the ribbons printing. And so I had one in the print in the back in my room. I turned my room into a lab. I had the big printer printing the prints just in case somebody come late, want another shirt, and the smaller one doing the prints for the ribbons. So when I cut the press on, it was on, not kept
ready to go.
Having to turn it off and on.
Perfect. And with this strategy too, I would not do the slates earlier. And the reason why I say go back after the fact, because number one, when you have a memorial remembrance type of order, you're dealing with people who are in the moment, like really stressed out, really like high emotional state, and they need rush orders, right? So service them just like you did with the things that they immediately need. When you come back later after the effect with the slate, now they had time to really appreciate, because you may never know what those shirts do for people. Like they're literally wearing the comfort of and the peace that they really need in that time, and you're providing them with that. So that's what I'm saying, when you got to look at the transformation you're bringing to people. And the transformation is that you're giving them comfort, you're giving them peace, you're giving them solace in a really, really upsetting time, right? So you did that part. And then you come back and you follow through and you say, well, here's this slate. Thank you. And you don't have to pay me anything for this. This is something that I just wanted to do for you. And then when they come back with, well, how much was this? Because now, Unc says he wants one. And, my brothers and sisters, they jealous. I got one and they don't, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And then just say, well, I tell you what, I can do it for, this fee here, but do you mind like that? Because at that point in time, they're asking you for something else. Do you mind maybe giving a testimonial for your experience with me? Do you mind if you had a 5-star experience, do you mind giving me a 5-star rating on my Google? That's another thing y'all need to do. Get your Google listing, write it down, take a picture. I do actually give a what? Come on. So get your Google listing. Do you mind giving me a 5-star rating? If they can actually take a picture of the product and rate it, that's even better.
Okay.
Right? Because that's a testimonial that is social proof that you're actually doing what it takes to get a 5-star review. And then, okay, yeah, let's talk about this next project that you need. And then you have time for that project. You're not rush with that one, because you can say, well, yes, I can do the slates. It's going to take this amount of time. Unless you need it in a rush capacity, then make sure that you're also charging a rush fee. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody going to tell you it's an immediate need, but they don't actually need it immediately, especially if it's after the service, right? So definitely make that a part of your, and then make this a system. Like every time you do this, and I'm going to tell you what really gave me exposure was every time I did a project, I took a photo of the project and I would tag the person in it and say, hey, your order's ready for pickup. Now you would normally if you just take a picture of somebody's stuff and you just post it, it looks like, cringy, right? But in this respect, where you're telling them, hey, your design is ready, they're looking at it like they're excited to see themselves tagged in that product, right? I would tag the customers and all, and they would really be excited. Only time I wouldn't is when they requested, like, hey, this is supposed to be a surprise on the low, don't put it. Because people do my MO. When I tell you the entire community found out about me through Facebook posts that only had about 4 or 5 likes each time, don't get it twisted. They might not be liking it, but they're seeing your stuff. Right? And you're growing that. And it was a system. And everybody would roll their eyes at me because I would make everything that we made, I would make them take a picture of it. And they would be like, everything, yes, every order, take a photo of it. And that's when we would tag those different people. That's what grew our recognition, our brand in that local area.
Okay.
So if you make sure you do that. Now, if you have an issue with that, if someone has an issue with that, I've had out of maybe, I think in 1 year, I did over 2,000 posts, right? 2,000 posts in less than 1 year. And I was not ever on Facebook before that. I was never on Instagram before that. I didn't do the social media thing, but for business, I'll get out there. I'll not be shy for business because that was my livelihood, right?
Okay.
So when it comes to that, just make sure that you have a system and that you're doing that like really as a to Z, every single order, every single time. If you do that, I promise you, it seems tedious, it seems silly, but it will grow your business. And it's the consistency, because you might have one order a week this time frame, then that starts to go to 2 orders a week. Then that grows to 3 orders a week. And just because you're continually doing that and you keep that same system, it's going to keep growing. Do what works and keep doing what works.
Okay.
Okay.
I got a bad habit of forgetting to take the picture.
Oh, when I tell you it was, and here's the thing, if you make it a part of your system, that was the way that we let customers know that their order was ready, right?
Okay.
So instead of calling them or emailing them, we would say, hey, what's your Facebook? Because the quickest way for us to let you know when it's ready is actually to take a photo, show you right then. They love that they got to see a photo of it because it was like, okay, well, this is a part of the quality process, right?
Okay.
And if you make that a part of the process, then, afterwards, yes, you can call them and text them. You make it a part of the process. You won't forget to take the picture. They won't let you forget to take the picture.
Okay.
Right. So make it a part of your process. And then as far as crafting your offer and getting paid what you worth, that was our number 3. I think that you priced it well. So I would just say, make sure that you are, number 1, charging an art fee, and number 2, charging a rush fee. And I know it sounds hard, especially when we're doing memorial shirts. That was like the one time where I really felt bad. And I really struggled with charging a rush fee, but nowhere else can they go to get the rapid and high quality design and print services, right? Or they're going to end up with some iron-on crunchy shirt design that is not going to be of the quality you can provide. Mm-hmm. So typically, the rush fee that I have set up was like if they give me the full week and a half, because I would say 5 to 7 days. If they needed it within 3 to 4 days, I would charge a 20 to 30% upcharge, depending on what it was. And if they needed it within 24 to 48 hours, then I would charge a 40% upcharge. Because that means I'm probably going to have to rush ship some shirts in, right? And although sometimes it comes, ground shipping next day, it's not guaranteed. So when it doesn't come when it's supposed to, guess who is on when it doesn't come on time? That's on me. I got to pay $200, $300 for express shipping now, right? So you have to make sure that you're basically alleviating those issues from being your issues. And trust me, I ate enough profit trying to fix issues that I made my issues, right? Because I didn't have the terms up front, or I didn't charge a rush fee up front, right? So I'm just telling you that should be a part of your process. Then if you choose to discount something, or if, let's say you already have the inventory on hand and it's not going to stress you out, you have an option to mark that down. But when you're quoting it, give them that quote. And then this will also keep them from messaging you the night before and saying, okay, well, here's my final order, when you told them you needed 3 days and now they done gave you 24 hours. Well, now it's 24-hour price range and not the 3-day price range, right? If you have that clear, then they won't push you to the last moment, and you'll be able to not have to stay up to 3 o'clock in the morning doing something like that. Because they'll know if they contact you 24 hours, now we're at 40% upcharge and not 25% upcharge, right?
Okay.
So make sure that you do that. Make sure that you make it clear. And then as far as marketing, getting out there in front of people, the free way that I did it was literally taking those photos and tagging the people and saying, hey, thank you for trusting me with this project. It was an absolute honor to serve you in your time of need. Like literally, that's all you have to say. You don't have to, oh, look at my 5 remembered shirts that I do. Like, hold on, calm down. Let's be respectful. Let's like actually show the family that we care, right? So that could be a part of your marketing without being cringy.
Okay.
Yep, Pam, you're correct. If they wanted and needed that soon, they will pay it. And if it just happens to be something that you just really need, at least you put it out there first, and you put your price, your worth out there first. If you need the job, let's say, hey, I have all this inventory and I just absolutely need this job. Then you have something to come down from, but you really don't want to come down. You don't want to make that your process. You don't want that to make that your MO, because then people take you as that and say, hey, if you just act like you ain't gonna do it, she'll come down $20 on the shirt. Right? And really charge your worth. And sometimes they will have to go to somebody else and get something very, very poorly made. And then when they come right back to you with the job, then they understand your value at that point, right? So you gotta make it happen. But overall, I mean, I know this is a quick fire, it wasn't that quick, but I'm wanting to give you value. I wanted to like really pour into you and make sure that like this $2,500 a project that you had, you keep having these $2,500 projects. This is big, this is major. And instead of it taking 11 hours plus having to sub out some of that work, now let's break those numbers down again. So let's say 100 shirts, because you're going to get 100 shirts next time. So yes. 100 shirts should take half a minute. So that should be about, I would say about 1 hour of printing. Can you imagine those 100 prints printing out in 1 hour?
Wow.
And for real, like I'm not kidding. I've demonstrated. You can search on the YouTube. I show y'all how fast the 16650 prints. I used it at the pop-up shop that we did the brand on demand event. And yes. It was because it had so much white in the background, it was printing those prints out in 10, 15 seconds.
Oh, hello. Wow.
Hello. I'm telling you, sometimes just the information is going to change your situation. So if you take that investment next time, you're definitely going to earn your money back on that investment. So 1 hour to do your prints. Of course, we're looking at pressing your own shirt. So 100 shirts. Let's say it takes, a full minute to a minute, because we press our shirts for maybe like 40, 45 seconds, depending on what heat press you have. All right. So if you have a heat press that needs the full 60 seconds, then that may take up to a minute per shirt. So a minute per shirt, that's 100 minutes. That's like an hour and a half, a little over an hour and a half. Let's say 2 hours.
Okay.
So now we've earned, and I don't want to say 2,500. I'll say 500 went to shirts and paper and ink. You made $2,000 in 3 hours.
Wow.
Doesn't that sound a little different than $2,000
yes.
in 11 hours? And doesn't it sound a little bit different than your current job that you work? $2,000, I can make $2,000 in 3. All I got to do is get to this money.
Buy Walmart.
Yeah. See, now you're thinking different, right? Like, wait a minute. So now your objective, what you should be doing with your time is get like, the meme, let's get to this money. Let's get to this money. Like, that's how that's how your whole day should be like, when that move, right? Really thinking like that, because now all you have to do is market your product and you can get to this money, right?
Yes.
Product, get it in front of the people who already want to buy what you have to offer. That's what you should be doing. And now you've saved your money, you've saved your time, you bought back your mental state, because no longer are you getting up dreading what you want to do. Like, you literally dancing, let's get to this money. Like, that's gonna be your theme song, right? And even while you're working the 9 to 5, you're still gonna be trying to get to this money, because I can tell you this, that there'll be people that you can like really advertise to right now that's probably at your job to be your first client or be your primary clients. And then when they see you shut down shop over there at Walmart because you're doing your thing, then you become an example. The kids say you've been sitting in the driveway too long. They gotta come by you.
My little girl. I like the doors. I'm sitting in the car literally in my yard with the door locked.
That's your time. But listen, and remember, I asked y'all earlier yesterday, like, make sure you set some money aside, some time aside, and figure out just one thing that you're going to do to really grow your situation. This was it. You put your money, you put your time, and this is your strategy, right? You're doing it right here now. Listen, Eleanor, I'm completely proud of you. Like that last project is going to be, now that's no longer a ceiling now, that's a floor now, right?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, yes.
You can make the $2,000 in 3 hours right now, right?
Yes.
So
oh, yes.
That's at least what, $300 per hour?
My heart is like,
come on.
Yes.
It can and it will be done. It will be done as long as that's your focus, as long as that's your intention. Now that's your mindset, that's your goal, that's your floor, no longer your ceiling. Now you have no choice but to make sure that the actions that you're taking every day are leading to that result. Right?
Yes.
So you got it. And do you have any other questions for me right now?
Oh no, ma'am. I'm finna get in here and bye. So I tell them, I said, hey.
Hey. Look, they putting the fingerprints on the windows. It's all foggy in there. They talking about, we're just worried about you. We see you sitting in the car. We got to save you.
But yes, I do like most of my crafting while they're asleep. Then my paper pickers uppers are asleep though.
Well, and here's one more gem. Get the kids involved. Get them involved. They know how to make videos. You talking about you don't want to take your pictures? Let the kids take the pictures of each of the products. Have an old phone or something that you just use for posting so every photo, I'm gonna give you this gem too. Boy, I hope y'all write all the stuff down. So take this and I want you to, when you take a photo, put it on your Instagram, put it on your Instagram stories, put it on your Instagram reels. And don't do a photo. If you could do a little video, just move the camera around a little bit because videos sell more than photos. Put it on your regular Facebook page, your personal Facebook page, then put it on your Facebook business page. Then if you have a Facebook group, put it in your Facebook group, put it on your TikTok, put it on your Twitter, whatever you have, or even if you don't have it, make it so. Like get yourself a TikTok if you don't have one. And I guarantee you, especially if you have a local audience, that will tremendously grow your demand for your product.
Okay.
Because it gets in front of people. Okay,
because I have a business Facebook, a business email, and I want to say a business Instagram.
Mm-hmm. So if you don't have the TikTok, get the TikTok. You have Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter is not one of those things but you can automatically share from Instagram to Facebook and you can automatically share from Instagram to TikTok. So the fact that those are automatic means that there's really no extra work other than checking it off when you post. Make that a system and let the kids handle that system. Then you know what? You can actually write that off because they're helping you. They're doing media management. And whatever you pay out for their clothing, shoes, snacks, crafts, supplies, all of that, instead of buying that stuff for them, you pay them that, and then you can write that off on your taxes, up to $12,000 per child. I think it's $12,500, right?
Okay.
Now the kids can help with the business. They clean up. When you got all that paper all over the place, they clean up. They organize the t-shirts. They fold up the t-shirts. They fold up the t-shirts by size and put them in the box. Now you're paying for that. And basically that's what's buying their snacks and their field trips and everything else. And you're writing all of that off as an expense.
Okay.
And the way that you write it off, they don't have to claim it. And you don't have to claim it because it's your child.
Okay.
So I don't know all about, the details of that strategy. I just know that it is probably one of the most overlooked strategies in our community because we don't have the information, and information can really change situations. So if that's an additional $12,000 you can write off, let's say your business makes $50,000 this year, right? That's $12,000 you can write off for each child if they provided that level of work within the business. Give them tasks to do.
Okay.
Okay. So that was just a little extra piece there. But
I'll put you to work.
So like wait, I heard the tapping on the glass start when I started telling you to put them to work. But they really do. They recognize it, they appreciate it, they want to be around anyway. So it's a part of instilling in them that this is legacy. This is something that I want to be able to pass down to you. We can't pass down our jobs to our kids, right? The only thing we can pass down is some old bills. And we don't even want to think about that, right? So you can't pass down, but you can pass down a business. You can even if they don't take the business, you can pass down what you have taught them their way of thinking will be totally different and transformed because you introduce them to this entrepreneurship life.
Okay.
So you're already doing the work in that realm. Let them be a part of it. Let them help out. Let them take that stress off of you. Any MWAs, minimum wage activities, right? Make sure you're taking those minimum wage activities. And if they can help you in those ways, start replacing that with the help that they can provide.
Okay.
Okay. All right, love. So let me check. I'm gonna check with everybody here. See, are we doing all right? Are y'all getting anything out of this experience? If you're getting something good, something, even if it's a smidgen of goodness from this, I want you to drop fire, drop some flowers, drop some gems. I want to see what it is that you're feeling. Yes. All right. I have to know for myself, like, is this giving you value? Is this giving you value? Some of y'all dropping multiple. Okay, we got fire, flowers, and gems. Okay, awesome. Yeah, that makes me happy because that's why I'm doing this. Okay, so listen, y'all, it's 10 o'clock. So Eleanor, I know you got to get in the house, babe, and I appreciate you. And I'm so thankful.
Oh, I appreciate you.
Of course. This is my pleasure. My pleasure. So I'm gonna see how y'all feel tonight. Should I take one more, or are y'all ready to call it a night? Let me know what y'all want to do. I can take one more, or we can call it a night because it is 10 o'clock. Let me see. I'm waiting on response. What we want? Keisha says one more quick fire, not one more, but one more quick fire. All right, Eleanor, thank you, love. I'm going to go ahead and if you would mute. Oh, you already muted your mic. You already know the drill. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so one more. All right. So for the next one, I want you to put in the chat. Let's put in the chat this time. I am a millionaire. Put in the chat, I am a millionaire. Put in the chat, I'm a millionaire. I'm stretching y'all because some of y'all really don't believe that, but you might say it just for the chance of getting picked tonight. So if I can at least be that inspiration for you to write that out, to type that out. Okay, I see it. Y'all ain't shy. Well, now y'all ain't shy. I love it though. You know I love it. All right, so that's it. Whoever put I'm a millionaire up until this point, I'm going to scroll and pick. Let me see. I'm scrolling and I'm picking. And I landed on Foy's Creations. Go ahead and unmute your mic, my love. Hey. Y'all, I get so giddy when y'all get on here too.
Oh my goodness, I am so excited. I am so shy, but I just wanted to be here tonight. And I really appreciate all the knowledge that you have dropped. Man.
You know what? I have to say, what's your name, love? Is it Foy?
Yeah, that's my business name, Foy's Creation, but my real name is Kari.
Okay,
it's spelled Corey, but it's pronounced Kari.
Okay, Kari. Okay, I can remember that, Kari. So Kari, tell me a little bit about what's your passion that you hope to be profitable? What's the passion that you hope to turn into profit? Or that you're working, because you might already be working on it. It might already be profitable.
Not like I want it to be, but my background is textile. I love sewing. I have made some sublimation shirts. For the school year, I'm just processing like sublimation book bags for back to school. I do vinyl. Actually, this shirt I have on is one of the shirts that I made. I do custom gift baskets, candy bouquets. So I love crafting. I love designing. I love creating.
Yes. And I love how you describe everything and saying that you love to. And for me, that solves a lot of problems. If it's something that you love to do, it's going to solve 99% of the problems because everything else is not going to feel as much like work, right? Even the stuff that is work, because it is work, but it only works if you work, and you're not going to be scared to put in the work because it's something that you love to do, right?
Right.
So tell me what's a problem that you solve right now? What solution do you provide to that problem too?
And that's where I'm stuck at. I don't quite, understand that concept. Like, okay, I can say, oh, well, I solve a mother's problem with getting them custom made shirt for her children, first day of school or back to school or something. But I don't know. And that's what, like I said, that's where I'm kind of stuck at. Like, because in my mind, it's like, you ain't really solving a problem. They can go to Walmart, they can go to TJ Maxx or somewhere. So I guess that's where I'm stuck at, as far as I don't really know what problem that I'm solving.
Okay, so, but I'm glad you can admit that, because that means we have a little work to do, because this is the first step, right? The first step is identifying what solution do you provide. And sometimes it's not that you don't provide a solution, it's just that we haven't identified it, right?
Right.
So obviously you make money doing something, right? You make money doing the thing that you love to do. What is the transformation? What are people getting out of? Why are they exchanging money for what you have, right? What do you have that they want or they need?
Well, I guess it's the customization of those products. Like, I just did a pop-up shop 2 weeks ago. Well, it was last week. And I had made my grandson a book bag and a shirt. And I made another young little girl a bag and a shirt. And I just had them on the table. And I got like 4 orders just, within that time that I was there for book bags.
Okay, and with the bag and shirt, so this is something that you're providing. Is it to the did the kids like get excited and say they want to order? Mom said, like, saw what you were doing and wanted to order. Like, who was it that approached you about your product?
Actually, it was the parents. Yeah.
And the parents are the ones with the pocketbooks. So
right.
That's good. So the parents noticed this. So in some way you're providing something that the parents want, right? Because then they're coming to you for the service. So, and it's not just this service, it's going to be several things, but let's just kind of follow this path so that we can uncover some things here. So how did the parents discover your product?
Well, like I said, the one, they seen them on the table, and they came and said, those are custom book bags? And I was like, yes. And so the guy was like, oh, wow, So, and it was so crazy because we were there and he wanted to, he was asking about it, but he never said he wanted to buy. And so when we were packing up, I had the book bags like in the back of my truck, and I just had them. And as he was going to his car, he actually stopped and paid right there on the street. Was like, oh, I want to order 2 book bags for my children. And the lady that hosted the pop-up, she came over and she wanted to order 2 for her grandchildren. Yeah.
Love it. So what you're doing, you're providing a personalized experience for some. They didn't even know it was personalized.
Right.
They didn't know it was custom, which means that it was such high quality. They thought it was just off the shelf like that. Right. Number one, that's phenomenal in and of itself. So you're solving a problem, but the other problem is if they didn't know it was custom, if they didn't know they could buy it right there, then that's another problem. So remember what I said, some solutions lend to other problems that lend to other solutions, right? So let's figure out how you can get in front of the audience that would be interested in this customization, right? And what way that can really make your business look very unique when they didn't think that even existed. So you did a pop-up shop, and the pop-up shop, I'm sure, required some of your time, having sample products out there, of course, setting up, breaking down. So let's take the energy that you already provided to get in front of people, and let's figure out how to put that in front of more people that want that product, right?
All right.
So in this case, you did a pop-up shop. Was it at a school or was it at like maybe a community event?
A community event. Actually, it was a children's fashion show. Yeah, that they were having.
Okay. So if our primary group that was interested in that product were parents, let's figure out how we can get in front of parents. So you can actually do a marketing in your in your area of just using Facebook, right? Because you can do Facebook and you can go to your Facebook Marketplace. And I want you to do a search, and you could even do this tonight if you have time. I just want you to do a search for look for book bags, like search for book bags, search for custom shirts, search for like first day of school. I know that's big for customization. Even though first day of school is over, still look for those type of posts, because the first thing I want you to do is see what your competition is doing in your area.
Okay.
Because the first way to build confidence is to have information. And to be prepared is to have information. So then you know your information. Then immediately I want you to start posting on the marketplace your products, and make sure that in the title that you put personalized or custom in the title as one of the first words, right? And then in the description, you're telling them it's sublimation. Make sure you let them know that sublimation is the most premium quality print process. This print process will never crack, peel, or fade and last a lifetime, right? You're going to tell them that that is the level of quality that goes into this. So when people are thinking, oh, I get this book bag and these letters are going to peel off and this, that, and that, they understand, because that's why they didn't think it was personalized, because it was such high quality that they thought it just comes printed as, whatever's on there, right? So you're letting them know those details, because you're selling the benefits to this product. You're not just describing it, right? So you're telling them that this is the high quality printed process. It can be personalized. That's really all that you need to do. And then name your price, right?
Yeah.
And then that way you could take one product and you can really become an expert in that one product. You can really get in front of your audience, because what you need is your own tribe. You need your people that you don't have to sell to. They already want what you have to buy, right? And then make sure that as you're doing this, the same as what I said before, make sure you're taking a picture of everything that you do. I took a picture of the vinyl stuff, even though I hated doing vinyl. Oh, I hated doing vinyl. But I took a picture of it. I did screen print. If y'all don't know about Plastisol, write this down. Make sure that you write down Plastisol prints. Basically, they are screen prints that instead of screen printing on the t-shirt directly, they're screen printing onto a transfer paper, right? So once they're screen printed onto a transfer paper, you can get 100 of those prints. And let's say the shirt that you have on right now, right? It says what? Natural woman. What does it say? Phenomenal woman.
Phenomenal woman.
Phenomenal. Okay, so you can get that done as a screen print, and basically you can have a $2 or we don't have $2 shirts really anymore since prices of shirts have gone up. But let's say go with a premium shirt. Go with a next level for around $4, or maybe even a Bella canvas for almost $5. Make a premium shirt. You could do those shirts for $15 all day, because that print costs you less than $1, and you did not have to weed anything.
Oh wow! Right? Now, what was the name of that?
I use tkosales.com. I'm telling you, I'm dropping gems now. I'm telling y'all, come on, write it down. I'm glad y'all stayed, because y'all staying is gonna put you on. So tkosales.com has the Plastisol transfers. You can literally get a set of 100 prints for less than $40.
Oh wow!
And not have to weed a thing. And then you talk about single color. So you do black prints, white prints. You can put them on any color shirt, and now you have a brand.
Yeah.
Right. So you have your inspirational expressions, or you have your schools, right? And you just have simple one color designs that you can pretty much put on any of the school color shirts. You're good to go. Have a way of getting to the schools through the kids, right? And through the moms, and really through the moms, right? Because if you're able to say, hey, make a post, even if it's a Plastisol shirt, you got something that says Georgetown Tigers, right? Georgetown Tigers, that might be the local high school. You have a cool design that literally costs you less than 50 cents per print. And you can say, hey, I'm giving out 5 of these shirts to the or say you're giving 5 of the shirts away. So that makes it seem like, it's a big deal, right? But really what you're doing is you have them like the post, share the post, take a screenshot, share this. If you can share it on Instagram, tag me here. You share it on Facebook, tag me here. So you have to like the post, repost it, right? And then you'll be entered in the chance to win this shirt for free.
Okay.
you get a free promotion.
Yeah. And you know, I had made actually I made up one for a girl, one for a boy, and the girl I gave away, and the mom was like, "Oh my goodness, my other daughter want one."
There you go.
Yeah. And school here, I'm located like in Cleveland, Ohio,
Mhm.
and school, that particular school system is Shaker School. They don't start until next week, so I'm anticipating other parents will see the girls' book bag and
Right.
pick me out.
So here's the deal. What I'm telling you with that one is create a complimentary product that is really, really inexpensive. So
Mhm.
I know the sublimation items, especially, are these like cut and sewn kind of sublimation bags? Or are you,
Yes.
okay. So I know it takes lead time. They probably are a little pricier, so you have a higher end product. With that, tell them, hey, did you know I could do these school shirts? You take the same, like, let's say you do a white design. Usually the school color has 2 colors plus black and white, right?
Mhm.
So you can do a white design on up to 3 colors. So say, you do a school package where you do it on a red shirt, a blue shirt, and a black shirt, right? That same image, and just tell them, hey, we could do that package deal for $10 a shirt if you buy the bag. Or no, it would be $10 because I used to do them for, I do those. If I do $10 per shirt and I'm doing a $3 shirt, $50 print, that's $3.50 per shirt. But really what it's going to have is everybody wanting to get all 3 shirts instead of paying $15 per shirt, right? They're going to want to get all 3 shirts for $30. But what that's going to do is you put your logo or something on the back, or on the side, then those kids are going to start wearing that to school. But where you get those 3 shirts from? It says our school on it, but we didn't make those shirts. Then that's a way for you to get into the ecosystem of that school now. And if you're able to do that for let's just say you don't have to do it for all the schools, do it for like 3 schools that you have access to. Then you're taking a $40 investment because you don't have to buy those shirts until they order, because you're going to get those shirts next day ground shipping anyway, right? So literally you spent not even $40 on a pack of prints, not even $40 for the chance to make, let's say 100 shirts, and 100 shirts you can make off of that package. That's at least $1,000 in shirts because you have 100 shirts at $10 a piece, right? Even if you sell them at the lowest price, that's 100 shirts at $10 a piece. And if you, for the kids, go ahead and get them gildings. I ain't mad at you if you get the gildings for the kids, right? So if you're dealing with a shirt that's like $2.50. So for less than $3, you basically are able to set up $7 worth of profit. And that's free, not free advertising. That's advertising somebody paid you for. Right? It's a marketing strategy, but it's also a let me get in front of the people who want to pay me strategy. Right? And then you roll those up real cool and put them inside the backpack. So when they buy the backpack, they see the little shirts and they're like, oh shoot, not only do I have a backpack, I got 3 shirts to wear to school. It's just expanding that very same market. Okay. So I would say let's see. So we talked a little bit about value added. So this is basically crafting your offer, like what you can offer, because we don't want to just do sublimation if we can make so much money on an added process that really adds almost no extra effort, because those prints also press in 7 seconds.
Oh, wow.
7 seconds. So imagine how many of those you can crank out when it takes about 60 seconds to press a sublimation design versus 7 seconds to do a plastisol shirt, right? So you're limited in the colors and how crazy you can get with the design, but I could get real crazy with sublimation, full colors, any design, right? So you show them both extremes, but I could also do, people that just want the cheap shirts, family reunion shirts, school t-shirts, they want those shirts for $10 or less.
Right.
The lowest I go, and that was back then, was $8 a shirt. I would do single color prints, but they had to do at least 36 shirts. And that was my school, small business, and church deal that I would do for people.
Oh, okay.
And now I would make that $10 because the price of everything is going up.
Right.
So when they come to you, I could do a $10 deal if you come to me with at least, a 36 shirt order. Then what you do, you still order 100 prints, because when they order those 36, they're going to come back to you and want the rest. And you've already paid that $25 setup fee. You already paid $40, because the thing is, it'll be $30 to get 30 prints, but it'll be $40 to get 100 prints. That's the way it kind of works out, because you pay a $25 setup fee. So go ahead and get 100 prints. And then your job is to make sure you use those 100 prints up.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, tkosales.com. Tell them I sent you.
I will.
Sent you from Innate Lab. They know me well. I've been to their facility and everything. So yeah, that's definitely a plug right there.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You are welcome. You're welcome. Any other questions you have for me tonight?
Nope, not at this time.
Yeah.
Probably when we get off, I'll be having 1,000.
I know, like, right, this is gonna stream from your mind, right?
Right.
So I just want to tell you, listen, it's not Corey, it's
Kari.
Kari. I was going to say Corey. I was going to make something fancy up. Kari. Kari, I'm extremely proud of you. You told me, hey, little sick one, back it up a little bit. Hey, cover your mouth and yeah, there you go. Into the elbow and give me 6 feet. These kids love trying to get you sick, don't they? Golly. I love my nephew. You just love me? Oh, he said you just that's how we end up getting sick, because they just love us.
Right.
But Kari, I want to commend you, because you came on here saying that this is something you normally don't do, that you're normally shy, and that you're just excited, right? So
Yeah.
all of those things combined is deserving of you getting some flowers tonight, because you showing up, you turned your camera on. Regardless of you being shy, you spoke up, you got on the screen, you shared your business with us, you shared a piece of you with us, what you love to do. So that takes courage. And I just want to congratulate you on that, because that's the first step, is really getting in the room, being in the place, making yourself known, making your presence known. And then even when it comes to your issues, making your issues known, so somebody was able to reach out and help you tonight. So I'm completely in awe of what you are doing right now. It takes courage. And congratulations on stepping up and doing that.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome, Kari. And Forest Creations, y'all check out Forest Creations. You're on YouTube right now. You're on, well, I think you're on Instagram. You're on, what is this? On Zoom as well. And I thought you were on TikTok, but my TikTok phone died. So you just got free promotion for stepping up too.
Thank you.
So yes, you are welcome, my love. And I think we are going to, so we're not going to do another quick fire. I'm going to take 2 more questions. If y'all have questions tonight, and that's it, you can go ahead and type the question. And if I like your question, I'm going to ask you to unmute your mic and bring it on. So we weren't supposed to be up this late. If y'all are ready to tap out, tell me you're tired and you want to tap out. Put tap out in the chat if you're ready to tap out. If you want to give me 2 more questions, then go ahead and ask your questions in the chat. And if we don't have any questions, then I can let y'all go to bed. So let me see some questions. Am I thinking about selling eco-solvent ink? I did have some, I sourced some. I'm not exactly sold on the eco-solvent ink long-term, because I did test it out on a few different printers. And 2 of the printers had issues with really bad clogging. So the other one, it looks like is doing well, but I'm not sure how well it's going to do in the long run. So I like to test my stuff for quality for the long run first. Let's see, what else? Pam says the gems were great. Woke me right on up. Well, I'm glad for that. I'm glad, because we got to have high energy. High energy equals high income. What type of post should you do to get a lot of views? I'm working on that as well. And right now, Reels on Instagram are doing better than regular posts. And also videos. Make sure y'all doing videos. Even if you just take your camera, just happen to have one here, just take your camera and go like this to a like you were normally going to go take a picture, right? So take your picture if you need to, but make a little video out of it. And what's happening is that on almost every platform, Etsy, Facebook, Instagram, they're favoring the videos over the photos, okay? So I would definitely focus on that. Lisa, Lisa, that's a good one. You know, 3 people that left their job for entrepreneurial endeavors and now they're working for the man. Well, that's a great question, Lisa. And like, how do you know when you're ready to leave? Lisa says, how do you know when you're ready to leave the plantation? It's seriously got to be something. Number one, you've got to have the mindset. You have to know that it has to work or it has to work. And I will tell you this back to the wall kind of situation and scenario usually is what tells you whether you're an entrepreneur or not. If when your back is to the wall, you figure it out and you make a way, which is what we typically do when we know we have to. We'll do it for the kids. We'll do it for a situation where we need a roof over our head. Like we'll do that, but will we do it for the business? Right? That's how you really know that you are going to make it work. And if all else fails, it's just a part of the process. If you have to go back to a job to get money to be your number one investor into your business, don't consider that a failure. Consider that an opportunity to invest back into the business, right? So we got to stop. It's how we're framing things that's really making this false evidence appearing real. This fear that's stopping you from going forward is the very way that we're even framing this. Well, number one, because we're probably feeling like it's embarrassing to go back to the job after we said we're going to do entrepreneurship and we have to go back. If that's what you had to do, then that's still an option, right? That's still a blessing to be able to do that. Some people got laid off. Some people had no option to choose to leave or not, right? And then some people made sure that it wasn't an option to go back. It's all in your mindset. It's all in what you think and what you believe and what you bring to fruition. And it I will say this. A lot of the mindset that will bring a person back to a job too is what they're not willing to let go of or sacrifice yet. I have been willing to sacrifice a whole home where I live. I've been willing to sacrifice not ever having a nice or new vehicle. I have sacrificed pretty much living in my shop at one point in time because I didn't want to have to fork any money out for anything other than my business. So you also have to ask that question too. And that's why it's so important to make sure that when you're looking for advice from someone, when you're looking for that mentorship, that you're also seeking out, hey, has this person achieved something that I would like to achieve? And how fast or how much easier can I get there if I invest these resources up front? Because I can tell you a lot of what I invested before I invested in mentorship was my time, my energy, my money, failures that I paid for. Like literally, I paid tuition. I've literally paid tuition. I have $160,000 in PhD, 2 master's degrees, a bachelor's degree, and an associate's degree to thank for that one. Right. So I've literally paid tuition, and I've paid tuition in life by having to learn from my own mistakes. So a lot of times the first thing that you want to look at in that is, how can I buy this blueprint? How can I invest in this blueprint so that I'm at least setting myself up for the best case scenario? Right. So my thing in there was get a mentorship that you can do while you're working so that you have the income to not only pay for starting the business, but you have income to shortcut and get that blueprint that's necessary for you to make that business make money as soon as possible. Yep. Evelyn says, do what you have to do, but continue to invest in yourself. Absolutely. All right, stop working. You stopped working due to COVID. Now you're ready to go back because it funded your craft. That might be what you have to do. And Jacinta, I'm not saying that's what you have to do. If it's what you feel you have to do, then number one, whatever you do, just be confident in what you're doing. I do not care whether, what someone else thinks, especially when it comes to business. Now, that's the one thing that I am extremely, extremely confident in whatever I do, because I'm going to follow, number one, wherever God is leading me, because I feel like that is my direct connection. So as above it is below, like the creator up here and the creator down here is what innately connects us. So when I'm in my space of creating, I feel like I'm in my element of doing what it is I'm designed to do, right? So if I can continue that, by all means, I will continue that. I will sacrifice food. I will sacrifice whatever I think that I need for housing, furniture. Like, I don't know if y'all like really understand that some of the things that the way it looks is not actually what it is and what it appears to be. So don't worry about it. Just worry about, are you fulfilling your purpose? Are you good on your decisions? Are you confident in what it is that you're doing and where it is that you are in life? And if not, do the necessary steps to make sure that you're taking care of that. And I will tell it to you like I really experienced it. I will tell it to you like it really is. I'm not going to sugarcoat it or make it seem like anything less than what it is, but I had to have the sacrifice. I had a season, and I'm still like, now I'm in a new season of working with my head down, not worrying about what it is that I can't have. I'm looking at what I can't afford now. And or if I feel like, well, maybe that's outside of my range, I'm looking for what opportunity can I create to afford it, right? So I'm going to start my smallest, and I'm going to make sure that everything that I want, I can afford. And the only way I can afford it is not working. Like, if it's something that I want to afford that I couldn't afford before, and I work for a salary, there is no possible way I'm going to be able to get that thing unless I either double my salary or just mysteriously jump up the ranks. Like, there's, in entrepreneurship, there's a way to create double your income. There's a way to create whatever it is that's going to have you able to afford something, right? So that's why I chose entrepreneurship, because I have an option. If I have a goal, I have a way to create something that will be able to afford whatever it is that I want to do. If it's travel, if it's, some of you, it's, what kind of vehicle you drive. For me, it's not the vehicle. I had my dad's 97 Toyota 4Runner up until 2 years ago. Like, real deal. And even after that, it was a vehicle that paid cash for less than $10,000. Like, I'm not playing about this. I want everything that I do to be able to pour back into this business, so that that's the value that I really see, like, expanding. That's what I see as my legacy. Right? At some point in time, when y'all see me balling out in some kind of vehicle, like, Shannon, I thought you wanted a vehicle, girl. Well, when I get this Tesla Model X, then that means that I'm really where I want to be with everything else. And that is my last goal. Right? So, and I see a lot of you saying you've been out of work for a long time. Listen, being out of work can be a big blessing, can be a great blessing. Some of the other people on the other side of this, like, I wish somebody would fire me. I wish I could get unemployment. I wish I could not have to work the 9 to 5 so that I can focus full time on my craft. You have the opportunity to do that. And sometimes it's going to take you shifting your mindset so that you understand that as a blessing, and not that it beats you down every day and doesn't allow you to work on your gift with your blessing. Right? It's 90% mindset, y'all. It is 90% believing that you can do it. It is 90% understanding and knowing, not just believing, knowing that you can, not that you can do it, but that you will do it. There's no other option. When you will it, that means you make it happen, right? When you say I will be home in 10 minutes, it's not I can be home in 10 minutes. It's not I might be home in 10 minutes. You don't know if you're going to make it home in 10 minutes, but you say in your mind, and you say out loud, or you say on the phone, I will be home in 10 minutes, then you will be home in 10 minutes. And God forbid anything happened in that process. It wasn't a part of your design. It wasn't a part of your intention. That means it was out of your control. So all you can do is work with what's in your control. And part of what's in your control is how you speak, is what you believe, is your mindset. So once we can get through this, when I tell y'all, I didn't realize that mindset was the number one muscle that needed to be worked in this entrepreneurial plate. All right, Evelyn. Also, please don't be afraid to apply for grants. This year I received $15,000 in free TV ads. Woo! Last week you received a $10,000 grant. Awesome, Evelyn. That's amazing. That is amazing. And I would love to hear about that opportunity. I'm sure others would love to hear about it too. Isabel says, I received it. Thank you for inviting me. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. This is my confirmation. Absolutely. I'm so glad to hear that. All right. So it's late. It's late, y'all. I am going to send the email out. I'll send it out tonight, but I'll make it good for 24 hours. You will have to reply to the email, right? That you want to take advantage of the, it'll be an option for the $30 standard membership or the $60 VIP membership. Okay. And then I'll make sure that, that we respond to you and get that going for you. Now, I also want to make sure that you all are aware that there's a challenge coming up. There is a Shopify challenge that I think is pretty much full. I'm going to check it right now to see if it's full before I even tell y'all about it, because I don't want to tell y'all about it if it is full. Let me check. Okay. So it looks like there are a couple of more seats on the Shopify challenge. That one is coming up real soon. It's on the 29th. And we're literally going to go through a 5-day challenge. We'll do some mindset stuff. We will actually, by the end of that 5-day challenge, you'll have a Shopify store up and running. Okay. And if you already have your Shopify store up and running, this is your opportunity to clean it up, apply some of the principles that we're going to talk about, and improve your Shopify store, maybe even add some products to it. Okay. So that's the Shopify challenge. Then the big challenge that we have coming up, and that is going to be on September 19th. This is our big challenge where we're going to build a better brand. Y'all, when I tell you this challenge is going to work on the things that we didn't know that we needed to be working on to actually truly build a better brand, because what you're building, regardless of whether you think you are or not, is a brand. You're building a brand when you get a logo, when you create your brand recognition. That's part of what your logo is. Your logo isn't the only thing that's required or what branding really is, right? You're creating a reputation, you're telling a story, you're sending a message, all of this stuff with your branding. So a lot of the things that we talk about, we think it's just marketing or advertising. Is really branding, and then marketing and advertising go along with that. So Jacinta, that is a very good question. When you reply to the email, if you let us know that that you ended in June and you want to get back on for the anniversary. So Jacinta, what you would have to do is probably you would have to start, if you don't already have a membership, then we will have to send you a link to sign up for it. And once you sign up for it, then you can reply and say, hey, I went ahead and restarted my membership. Can you unlock these courses that I had unlocked before? Yes. And because you are in the room tonight, this is something that we stopped doing because it's so manually intensive. It's crazy how manually intensive it is. So we stopped doing it. But because you're in the room tonight and because you paid for this time, because it wasn't free, you paid for this opportunity with your time, with your energy that you gave, with the intent that you had to be here and to be in the room, absorb the information, and make sure that you got what you needed tonight. So yes, I will honor that. And for those who already did the 30, like you're already on the $30 plan, if you write us back and say, hey, I'm already on the $30 plan, but I would like a $30 credit towards the challenge, then I'll give you a $30 credit towards the challenge on the 19th. Okay. All right, all right. So I'm going to do this again next week. I'm not sure if it'll be on a Sunday. I will let you all know. I like the idea of doing kind of this free mentorship, maybe once a week. I think it, like I said, I'm telling you to do something. This is what I want y'all to do too with your mentors. Pay attention to what your mentors are doing. If they are doing something that's different than what they're telling you, please take heed. I'm literally telling you to do the things that I'm learning to do from paying over $200,000 in mentorship this year alone, right? So if I'm getting that information, let's say if that's not something you're ready to do yet, you're not ready to spend 155K with Myron Golden, you're not ready to spend 75K with Nehemiah Davis in the Circle of Greatness. If you're not in that space to do that quite yet, right? I'm literally taking the information that I'm absorbing from these programs and I'm disseminating that information to you, right? So like I said, if I'm telling you to do it, either it's because I'm doing it now or it's already been done. I'm spitting straight facts. I only want to give y'all the gems. I only want to give you the shortcuts. I don't want to make this a long drawn out process for you, because my goal is to actually serve and to create success stories outside of myself. Me being my own success looks like a fluke, but if I can show that I can help create success outside of myself, that's the real deal. Right? We got Coach Chrissy here tonight, who Coach Chrissy took a $10 template, turned it into $30,000 in 1 2-month graduation season. Coach Chrissy was also able to learn Photoshop from never having Photoshop before and really teach it now. She's our teacher on Wednesdays, right? And on top of that, Coach Chrissy did 6 figures this year. I told her this is going to be her 6-figure year. We thought it was just, that 6-figure year. I knew she would do 6 figures this year. She found out that she did 6 figures in June of this year. That's a major step up. These are results that work if you work, right? Following the blueprint, making sure that you're putting in the time, energy, and effort, but you're also taking heed to the resources and you're taking advantage of the resources that are really in your hands. I'll bring some folks on to the YouTube too. We have G that was doing photography, doing 6 figures, well, multiple 6 figures now, doing t-shirts and all overs from his photography business, where he used to send people away to get t-shirts. Now he makes the t-shirts himself and he is killing the game, right? We had Quan, who used to pay me $200 for last minute designs. $200 for last minute designs. Y'all, $200 for last minute designs. And now he's able to charge $200 for those last minute designs. And he's easily doing 6 figures this year. Levi, I need you to back up, baby, because you're going to get me sick.
What if I don't?
No, please sit right there for me. Thank you. So I want y'all to see that these results are real deal. We have Octavius, another photographer that came on and said that he was able to do his business in a capacity that he's never seen his business do before, just by being able to do the designs, get into Photoshop, and take his photography to a whole nother level, to a whole nother product. And that's why I'm telling you too, we can get into this digital space, but the products really add value to our digital work. Our digital work is going to add value to our physical products. So when you have a digital stream of income and a physical stream of income, you are really setting yourself up for one to need the other. And we're talking about making money while you sleep. I don't even want to get into that tonight. So I'm going to get into a little bit of that in our challenge, but we get into a lot of that in the mentorship. And I do want to tell you the inner circle for Innate is opening up in September. So some of you who showed interest and applied earlier, we will have that opportunity opening up again. Okay. So I'm telling you right now that it's intense. I expect you to do what it is that I'm doing. I'm expecting you to go beyond me, because you should be able to get to success a lot faster than me if I'm telling you what I did. And on top of that, I'm telling you what my mentors are telling me to do that I'm paying all this money for. So that combination of things is why I'm your ideal mentor. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna be humble about it. I am your ideal mentor. I'm taking a space where I've been successful, plus taking the successes of the mentors who my mentors are 8, 9-figure earners, right? And I'm taking the direct advice that they're giving me for my craft, for my type of business, and I'm applying that directly to this, which is your niche. This is your type of business. Right? So I just want y'all to know that when y'all see me missing, that's what I'm doing. I'm working on me. I'm making sure that I can be the best version of me for the impact that I want to have for you all. And I pray that you are doing the exact same, because I know you want to impact your communities. You want to impact your families. You want to have legacy, and you don't want to be worried about if you lost your job today, how would you survive tomorrow? You want to make sure that while you're sleeping good, because you actually hearing cha-chings. You got to turn your cha-chings off for Shopify. You got to turn your cha-chings off for Etsy. You got to turn your cha-chings off for your digital program, your coaching program. You got to turn those things off so you can sleep at night. That's a good feeling. That's the feeling I want us to have. That's the type of stress that I want us to have, right? I want that to be your problem. And then the solution to that problem is just silencing your phone at night so you can rest. Okay? So y'all know how I close this thing on out. I have held y'all long enough. I appreciate y'all for staying this late with me. I really do appreciate you all. And I love you dearly. Until next time. Bye. Y'all getting a distant bye from a little sicky bug back there. Thank you. Y'all are a blessing. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm so glad you feel this was well worth it. Yes, thank you. I will check y'all soon. I will check y'all very, very soon. We'll do this again, okay? All right. Good night. Good night.